everybody. So today I'm taking you through my everyday makeup look. I did a poll on Instagram stories about what you wanted to see, everyday makeup look or empty skincare. I am gonna still do that video if you did vote for empties video, but everyday makeup won out, and the Sephora sale for the spring is coming up in April, so I can definitely see why you might wanna see my everyday makeup favorites. What was supposed to go up today was my Target swimsuit try on, and I had it all planned out. Everything finally came in. I was scheduled to film it this weekend, and it turns out it was not the best week to film a swimsuit video. So if you know, you know. It just wasn't the right time that week of the month. So that's why I'm doing this one kind of last minute, but I hope that you really enjoy it. I'm about to switch to my big camera. We're gonna do like an up close and personal so that hopefully you can really see the makeup well. All right, so here we go. I'm about to be up close and personal and completely barefaced. So here we are up close and personal, so hopefully you can see the makeup really well, how it actually looks on my skin. And so we're gonna get started. My everyday makeup, I have some core products that I never stray from, and then I also will show you what I choose between based on exactly what I'm doing that day, but these are just my staple products that I reach for. I don't just choose from a wide variety anymore. I choose from just a couple of things, and these are my favorite products. Okay, so I have my moisturizer on, and the first thing I do is foundation. And these are the two that I choose from based on what I'm doing. So I love the new Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This has been the best find recently. It is only $5, and it is so good. It's hydrating with hyaluronic acid, but it's also oil-free, and it has sheer to medium coverage. I would say if you're acne prone, it's not gonna cover like a medium coverage foundation like you would want. But if you're used to a no makeup look, this is going to provide a lot of coverage. I would say like a light coverage foundation. So for just a tinted skin veil, this stuff is amazing, has just the best coverage, the best finish. I think even oily skin could get away with this one. Or if I want a little more coverage, my favorite foundation right now is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. But I recently really love the Revlon Color Stay, the normal to dry skin formula. I would say it's very comparable to the Sheer Glow. So if you're not looking to spend this kind of money, definitely try this out if you haven't already. But it's such an oldie but goodie. You've probably already tried it before. So those are my three that I would choose from. So if I need a little bit more coverage or want a little bit more coverage, say for like a dinner date or something, I'm gonna go with one of these. But on a daily basis, I've really been loving this. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this one. I have two shades, and I'm actually gonna mix them because I'm getting really fair right now. So I have the shade of fair and also light medium, which is perfect for when I self-tan. And then the fair is more of my skin tone. So I do mostly the fair shade and then just a little drop of the light medium on top of that. And this is how I do it. I just mix them together on the back of my hand. So there is the Tinted Hydrator on, and it hasn't quite set yet, and I haven't powdered it yet, which really kind of helps with the coverage. When you powder it, it just kind of sets it, and you can really see how much it covered, but you can see that that took away a lot of my redness, and it just has a nice, really natural finish. You can see there. Of course, I picked at this guy last night and made it worse. I was trying to get rid of it before the video, and always happens where you just make it worse. Now I do my concealer, and this has been, I would call it a longtime favorite now. It's the Urban Decay Stay Naked Correcting Concealer. I tried the Shape Tape when it was so huge, and it was just too dry, too cakey, too heavy. It didn't do me any favors. It did have great coverage. If you have super dark circles and you need the coverage, it was great for that. But I found this one to be so creamy and blendable, and it has good medium coverage. It's like one step down from Tarte Shape Tape. So this was perfect for me, and I just loved how creamy it was. It's not a hydrating concealer to where it slips and slides and really creases. It's just a creamy consistency that blends well, but it's not drying or overly creamy. It's just perfect in the middle as far as coverage and consistency. I've been loving this and repurchasing it for a very long time. I take the excess and I do it up on my eyelids, just a little bit of excess. It just kind of evens out those veins and preps for eyeshadow. Now, even though that I have drier skin now, I still like to set with a powder because I like everything to really stay in place. I live in a very humid climate, so it's especially essential in the summertime, but I still love this powder even when I was oily all the way to dry. If you have oily skin, I really recommend the translucent loose setting powder. That one helps so much more at controlling oil, but the pressed one is so lightweight. It really doesn't look like powder on the skin. It's really well packed, so not a lot comes off on the brush at one time. And so it just leaves the lightest veil of powder and it sets your makeup without looking more dry and powdery. So embarrassingly enough, I've had this one powder for probably, I don't know, maybe like 3 years. I would hate to say it was even longer, but there's really no telling. This has lasted me so long. So in the Sephora sale, I'm going to be trying a new powder. I'm gonna try the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush. Is that what it's called? I don't even know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. The Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder. Everyone loves that one, and I really just wanna see if I like it more than this one, but I don't see how I could. I stand by this one. Like I said, I've been using it consistently for years. I love that I can take my brush and really just swirl it in the powder, and I'm not getting too much. I don't use anything different up under my eyes. I use the same powder because, like I said, it's very lightweight and it's not too heavy or cakey or drying for the under eye area. So I wanna get really up close, feel like I have a hair, and show you what it really looks like. So there's what it looks like when you powder the Tinted Hydrator. And this light is really washing me out, but it is a very beautiful finish in person. I love it. It's just the right amount of coverage and it's very natural looking. Okay, now this is where I do my eyeshadow, and I have 2 different eyeshadows that I reach for. On a super fast day when I just have no time, I still wanna wear eyeshadow because I have very hooded eyes and I like to just add some depth and some warmth to the eye area. So on those days, I do a one and done eyeshadow, and the one I use for that is the MAC Fold Shadow in San Tropez. So this is a limited edition eyeshadow, but it is still available. I found it in 2 places. One place it's on sale, one place it's not, but wherever you could get it, if you like this color, grab it. Like I said, limited edition, you're not gonna be able to get it for much longer, I'm sure. I got mine at Ulta and it's already sold out there. But this is the shade that it is, and I'm not gonna do my eyes with this today because I'm gonna do another one, but I'm gonna swatch it for you so you can see. I just do this shade all over the lid. So I take a larger brush and I dip it in there 1, 2, maybe 3 times, and I just put it all over the lid. It blends out so beautifully because it's a fold eyeshadow. It has depth and dimension without using different shades. And the color on my eyes just reminds me of a sunset. It adds some warmth. It just looks like a beautiful sunset on your eyes. It has shimmer, but it looks really creamy on the eye. It doesn't make your eyelids look crepey from the shimmer. So I think even if you are a little bit older, you can use this if you have a little bit of crepey eyelids. I love it. When I bought it, I thought, man, this is a lot of money for one single eyeshadow, but the pan is really large, and because I reach for it on a daily basis and it's a one and done shadow, I don't need anything else to go with it. It is worth the $26 price tag, but if you can get it on sale right now, I think it's on sale for like $15. So definitely grab this if you like a good, quick and easy eye look. So as long as I have a good 5 minutes to do my eyeshadow, this is what I reach for and what I do, whether I'm going on just errands or I'm going on a dinner date. Like, this is my go-to eye look, and I've gotten a ton of questions lately about what eyeshadow I'm wearing, and it is always the Tom Ford Body Heat palette. So I splurged on this last year at the Sephora sale. I would never buy it when it's not on sale. It's ridiculously expensive, and it's even expensive on sale. So definitely take advantage of the sale coming up if you're wanting to try this. But it's been worth every penny to me because that one shadow and this are basically all I've worn all year long, and I love it. So I definitely wanted to do this eye look for you because I do get a lot of questions about it, but it's my go-to, basically signature look now until I find something I like better. I'm definitely looking at other eyeshadow quads from Tom Ford in this upcoming sale, but I don't need it. So y'all talk me out of it in the comments. So I'm gonna talk you through this, but really it is so easy and it's a good everyday look because they blend out so easily and so quickly. So I can do this really quickly just doing my makeup in a hurry. So I take this shade right here and I put it basically on the outer 3/4 of my eyelid. You can see how quickly and easily that blended out. It basically takes nothing to blend this out so easily. You can come in a little bit if you want to. So easy to blend out, and it's such a beautiful color, especially if you have blue eyes. I have fair skin, so I don't usually use very pigmented colors or darker colors. Like, I'm very wary because it's so easy to overdo it on paler skin. But these, they just blend out so easily that I'm finally not scared of a little bit of color. So that's kind of why I've always loved this color on my eyes, but I save it for special occasions because it's easy to overdo or it's harder to blend out and it just takes so much time. This one though, I can actually wear it every day if I want to. And then on the lower lash line, I will either do the reddish one up under there, or if I'm looking for like a more date night smokier look, do this shade or this shade, the two brown at the bottom. But for more everyday look, I do like the red one and it makes my blue eyes pop. I think in my swimsuit video, I did the darker brown up under my eyes, so it gave it like just a more smoky, sexier look. So that's it. I just do a little bit of that shadow underneath. Now on the outer corner, I'm going to use this taupey shade right here. I rarely ever use the darkest brown one, but if you wanted to do a real good date night look, nighttime look, smokier look, the dark one is beautiful as well. But I just use these 3 shades on a daily basis. So in the outer corner, I'm gonna put this taupey shade. I just tap it in the outer corner and then blend it up just a little bit and in. It really ends up a lot more of a neutral look. You can see the difference here when you add that taupey brown to this reddish shade. It gives you that nice warmth from the coppery color, but then tones it down and makes it a lot more neutral with the taupe. Again, this blends out so easily, blends together so beautifully without turning into one shade. You know how some can just muddy together and then you can't tell a difference at all. These just still blend out so nice without turning into one color. And then the final step, and I'm done, is using this lightest shade, and I just take my finger and rub it in there and dab it on the inner corner. Sometimes I bring it over and put it just a little bit right here on the top of my pupil. But I don't even do anything special. I just dab it on, kind of blend it with my finger inwards. If I need a little bit more blending on to bring the colors together, I'll use a brush. But normally it just really works well with my finger. And that is it. There is my eyeshadow look. It is super quick, super easy. It looks like you've done a lot, but like I said, this takes me no time when I'm doing it away from the camera. So yeah, I would never tell anybody you have to have this because it is so expensive, but I've truly gotten my money's worth out of it, and I do think that it lives up to its price. Now, normally I don't have to curl my eyelashes because I get lash lifts and I love them. I don't think I'll ever stop, but I'm due for one right now, so I'm gonna curl my lashes. My favorite mascara right now is the Lancome Monster Big. I also got this in the last Sephora sale. I got one in and I loved it so much that I stocked up with their value sets. Since this is a higher end mascara, definitely try and get it on sale. But if you're looking for a great one from the drugstore, for years I used the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I do still love that one. I just go through them so fast. They seem to dry out really fast and I have to buy so many that I was like, you know, it's pretty much as cost efficient to buy this on sale as it is to buy a drugstore mascara. They're so expensive these days, but I do still really love that one. Highly recommend it. Also, the Wet n Wild Big Papa Mascara I recently reviewed on my Instagram stories, and that one is great. It's not quite as volumizing as this one. It's definitely a drier formula than this one. This one is very wet formula, very volumizing. It can lean clumpy, but if you're somebody like me, I love clumpy in the best way possible. I love it to be on the verge of clumpy, so it's as volumizing as possible. I get asked a lot about my lashes or my mascara, and I'll tell people like what mascara I use, but I am sure to always say, but it's not just the mascara. I use a lash serum that I absolutely love. It's my secret weapon. If you're asking about, you know, my long lashes, it's the serum. I will definitely link the serum down below, and that is one that I have a lot of experience with, and I love it. No side effects. Between the serum and a lash lift, you'll be a whole new woman. Okay, let me try and get a really good close-up of my lashes as well. So there is that mascara. Brows are next for me, and I have been using the Benefit Gimme Brow. This has been a game changer for me. I don't know why I've never tried this before or tried it sooner, but I used to just use a clear brow gel because I have, you know, decent brows. I don't have to fill them in with a pencil, and I never took the time to do that anyway, but my brows are unruly, and as I get older, they are getting thinner and need a little bit more filling in. This is the perfect marriage of quick and easy with a little bit of color and taming the unruliness. So I use the shade 3. I do get off some of the excess on the brush, but it's this tiny little spoolie brush. And then I just comb it through my brows. I like to comb them up. That seems to really work it in there. And then you can comb them back over if you want to, but I've really been loving fluffier brows. Look at the difference that makes. So this is brushing them up. It really lifts the arch, but you can also see the color difference. It added just enough to fill in and really make my eyebrows more defined without being hard to do. I mean, you could see how quick that was. So I brushed the most in the inner corner right here. That's where I need the most like filling in, and then comb the rest through the tail. I've also never had an issue with like sweating and this dripping anywhere or getting color outside of my eyebrows. It seems to just stay put. I have never had a problem, and I worry about that kind of stuff living in a hot, humid environment like Texas. No issues whatsoever with this. Oh, I forgot something earlier. Normally I do this earlier, but it doesn't really matter. So I do a little bit of contouring on my cheekbones, and I have been using the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow. If I'm a little bit darker, I just use the bronzer that I have and put it right here. But this one I love because it's really hard to overdo. It's a lighter shade. If you have darker skin tone, definitely get the medium shade. This one is just the original. But I use this one daily because, like I said, I can have a heavier hand and not overdo it. And I also do love the highlighter, but that's not a daily thing. So for my face shape, I've started doing it a lot higher up on my cheekbone because it was starting to drag down. I don't have a lot of space here, and I don't have a defined jawline, so I don't want it dragging down. I do it a lot higher up on my cheekbone, sometimes around my hairline here. And you can see just how much definition that adds right there. You see the difference. So it still adds that definition right here where I want it, but while keeping it higher up here. So this isn't gonna work for anybody with even a medium skin tone. You're gonna wanna go for the medium shade if you need it any darker. And there's that side. So that really adds so much to my rounder face shape. I just have a fuller face, so I need that little bit of contouring, and this is perfect. Now for blush, I do have quite a few that I really do love, but I found myself not reaching for anything but my Charlotte Tilbury shades. So this one I'm gonna wear today is the shade First Love. I also have the shade Pillow Talk. It's a really good neutral shade. Go with any colors on your face. It's great for lighter skin tones to darker skin tones. It's a great universal shade. And then this is First Love, which I would recommend for more fair skin tones. You can see the combination of these two colors just makes the most beautiful mid-tone pink. But the formula just cannot be beat. That's why I keep reaching for this one. So there's First Love. It's just a nice, more subtle shade. So this one I've been reaching for on a more daily basis, and then using Pillow Talk on like date nights. Now lips have really changed on a daily basis because it depends on whether I'm going out and going to be wearing a mask the entire time and you're not gonna see my lips, or if I'm gonna go on a dinner date, I'm gonna take it off at dinner at the table. So for a true everyday makeup look, I have been using the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip. So I have 3 different shades that I've been using because they came in a holiday set. So I have 2 that have been in my bathroom and 1 in my purse. 2 of the shades I have completely used up. Like there is none left. So I bought this one new. This one is the shade Hibiscus. And really, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the shades. They are all really good shades. The other 3, like I said, are in a holiday set, which I think is still available, so I'll link it. They're not holiday colors. You could wear them all year round, but I love these. I always put it on when I get into the car from my purse, or I'll wear it up under a mask. It's very comfortable, very hydrating, and if I have to take my mask off for any reason, my lips still look really nice and done. I have really grown to love this product, and the fact that I used up 2 all the way to the bottom says a lot, because I go through a lot of lip products, or like I own a lot of lip products, so it's hard for me to get through an entire one. And I think it's because of wearing a mask. Like this has just been my go-to. So you can see that adds color, it adds shine, it adds moisture. They are so comfortable, very creamy, very glossy. Now, if I'm gonna be seen with my mask off, which really isn't that often, but this would be my daily lip combination if I wasn't wearing a mask all the dang time. It is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Pillow Talk. The Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are it for me. And then the MAC lipstick, which is a favorite, but the shade Modesty is my daily go-to. I'm gonna take this off and put that on for you. So I just outline in the lip liner. I don't fill it all the way in because the shades are such a good match. And there is Modesty. It is my personal, perfect everyday shade. The formula is so good. It's not too shiny, not too matte. It stays on, feels incredibly comfortable. Is that it? Did I get through everything? I think I did. I hope I didn't forget anything. But there you go. That is my favorite everyday makeup, my go-tos. If you see me wearing an eyeshadow look, it is definitely this one. I know that the Sephora sale is coming up very fast, and now is gonna be the time that you might be looking at more high-end makeup if you normally don't. That's when I buy all of mine. So hopefully you found this helpful and I enjoyed getting ready with you and hanging out, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.